What is a faction or a stable? Not a tag team, a faction or a stable is a group of like-minded individuals with a common goal, usually 3 or more superstars in a certain wrestling promotion. So today we are going to do the Mount Rushmore / top 10 list of the best WWE factions / stables. Some people call it factions, some people call it stables. It doesn't really matter. So just a quick thing, this is based on WWE and WWE only. So if I don't mention the 4 Horsemen, the NWO, stuff like that, just be okay with it. It is not going to be outside of WWE. So let's get straight into it. Let's start with, well, this is the first, by the way, how this works. I list 7 and then 8, 9, 10, or 1, 2, 3. That's absolutely on the Mount Rushmore. And then you have to let me know out of the other 7 who your 4th would be. So the first 7 is in no particular order, but let's start with the Judgment Day. Judgment Day, fairly new, recency bias, maybe. But the Judgment Day was started with Edge trying to get Rhea Ripley over, and that was Beth Phoenix's real-life wife's suggestion. And they've grown in leaps and bounds. Now, obviously, they're at the point in in time they're at like disbanding and stuff like that, and there's a lot of infighting, blah, blah, blah. But it served its purpose. It served its purpose to get Rhea Ripley over, and it got Dominic Mysterio. It got everybody in the group over. The one thing I would change is Edge as the leader. He was just not, nobody wanted to boo him, and this was clearly a heel faction. So that's the only thing I would change, but if Edge hadn't started, would have existed, I don't know. Next, we have the New Day. Now, obviously, the New Day has imploded completely, but at their peak, New Day was absolutely incredible. They were originally supposed to be heels, like this all high and mighty, preach to everybody, positivity, everything. That was supposed to be a heel gimmick, but it just got so incredibly over with the unicorns and the saxophone and the pancakes and everything. The New Day just got so over, and it again elevated them to a level that they were never at. It got Kofi Kingston, Big E, Xavier Woods to a lesser extent. Well, Xavier Woods did win King of the Ring, but it got them so incredibly over. And if they were to reunite 5 years from now, after this whole breakup, and they were to reunite, they'd get the pop of the night. Next, we have got the Hart Foundation. Super patriotic team, and we clearly had a pecking order of Bret Hart at the very top and the rest of the guys kind of being there, helping him out, and so incredibly over in Canada. Kind of heels everywhere else they went, but Canada, they were so incredibly over. They set the mold for what a patriotic faction in wrestling should really be, and again, it got Bret Hart to a level where it should have gotten him. Next, we have got the Nation of Domination. We are the Nation of Domination. Farouk, Mark Henry, D'Lo Brown. There was Karma, the Supreme Fighting Machine, or Godfather, The Rock. All of these guys just so incredibly good at their character. And this group was made to get The Rock over. This is where The Rock went away from Rocky Maivia, from the blue and funky pineapple hairstyle, and he started referring to himself in the third person. It got him booed, but then because of his natural charisma, it just got him naturally over. And the Nation of Domination were an Attitude Era staple and so incredibly, incredibly good. Next, this is the Nexus. The only reason why they're not on the Mount Rushmore is they broke up way too early, and their sole purpose was to get Wade Barrett over, and WWE really fumbled the ball with them. Why did they lose that SummerSlam match? I have no idea. Everybody on the other team admits it was a big mistake. That debut of coming in, destroying everything and the ring and just everything around them was fair game. Brilliant. A group of disgruntled rookies seeking revenge on the company that didn't want them. Brilliant. But unfortunately, WWE fumbled the bag with them. Next, we have got, what is next on my list? Oh, DX. Now again, there's been multiple iterations of DX. Now there's obviously been the Triple H, Shawn Michaels, China, Rick Rude, all of that, but I'm specifically referring to Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Billy Gunn, Road Dogg, X-Pac. That version of DX that was so incredibly, incredibly paramount to the success of the Attitude Era. Most people would cite Austin versus McMahon as the reason why WWE won the Monday Night Raws. Don't throw away the importance of DX. Now, I'm not referring to latter days DX where it was Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Hornswoggle. I'm not referring to that. I'm referring to the peak Attitude Era, the invasion of WCW on a tank, which was actually just cheap, but still brilliant. DX deserves a mention in any list of this sort. Next, we have got the Wyatt family. I'm not talking about the very start where it was, what was that tall dude who cut the mustache promo in NXT. I can't even. Eli Cottonwood, where it was Bray Wyatt and Eli Cottonwood standing behind him. I'm not talking about that version. I'm talking about the core three and the addition of Braun Strowman. That swamp leader family gimmick was so incredible. Now they've obviously had the additions of Randy Orton, the additions of Daniel Bryan, so many additions, but the core three plus the addition of Braun Strowman, so incredibly good. They took NXT by storm. Now, number 3 on this list was on the Mount Rushmore, is a team they had a memorable feud with. That's the Shield. When all your members in your faction go on to be WWE champions, that is saying something. When all of them, okay, Dean Ambrose did leave the promotion, but he's still such an integral part of WWE. When all of them are probably future Hall of Famers, when one of them is the longest reigning champion in modern history, all of that just so good. When one of them is the inaugural champion of a brand new title, just everything they've done is pure gold. If Dean Ambrose stayed in the promotion, he probably would have been a Royal Rumble winner as well and a multi-time WWE champion. So the Shield, all of them, absolute legends. Number 2 is the Bloodline. Also, again, recency bias, but the Bloodline has been some of the... I just realized Roman Reigns is on 2 of these. I just realized that. There's another person that might be on more than one of these, but anyway, Roman Reigns is on 2 of these. So he's the faction king, I guess, then. The Bloodline, again, maybe the story went on too long, but I don't think so. I think that long-term storytelling is what got WWE to the heights where they are right now. And the Bloodline / Roman Reigns is largely responsible for WWE being as successful as it is currently. Would Cody Rhodes be as successful if he didn't have to overcome the Tribal Chief? Probably not. It wouldn't have been that same story. It wouldn't have that same gravity. And then lastly, it has to be Evolution. Why? Because they're mystery. Stupid joke. I get it. When all of your members have won a Royal Rumble, when all of your members are multi-time WWE champions, when all of your members are absolute first ballot Hall of Famers, some of them already and the others absolutely without a shadow of a doubt. When your group is made with such a core group, you've got your veteran, you've got your leader, you've got your muscle, and you've got your rookie, your young up-and-coming talent. By the way, Batista was always cited as also a young up-and-coming talent. I believe he was either the same age or just older than Triple H when, well, obviously forever, but with Evolution, that's beside the point. This group was mainly made to get Randy Orton over, and it worked so well. The whole group was just there to protect Triple H, protect his interest, keep him champion. It worked so incredibly well. How can you not love Evolution? Evolution is one of the best, if not the best, in wrestling history. I know we've got the NWO, I know we've got Bullet Club, I know we've got the Four Horsemen, but I do think, well, Four Horsemen is kind of the mold that build the Evolution. But I'm also a WWE guy, and Evolution, early to mid 2000s, just the absolute best. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know who your thoughts would be. Until next time, peace.